to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, called so you spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Okay, here we go. It is the KVJ Show. Hello and good morning. Happy Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That's it. Okay. You know it's Wednesday when Jaybird's got on his pizza clothes.
It's
That's
Wednesday,
right.
World Record Wednesday, the hump day.
Yeah.
I can't wait to find out what you decided to do.
Yeah, I was going to talk to y'all about that. Well, I was going to do a
Okay.
Thanksgiving theme, but the Thanksgiving ingredients that I wanted are just not around. You have to... There are a lot of shortages out there right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there
For
is.
Thanksgiving stuff.
Yeah,
That's alarming.
It is alarming.
Yeah.
Those nuts I like to crack with my head, they are tough to get. Even cranberry sauce in a can was tough to get at some
Really?
places.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness. I didn't know this. There's food shortages for Thanksgiving food?
That's not good.
I'm 33% sure of this.
Okay.
Don't really
I
quote
thought
me.
we were maybe breaking something here. You thinking this is bad information again?
I'm breaking the rules of truth.
Okay. All right. So
No,
there may
I-
or may not be shortages?
I think there are shortages of certain items, kind of like what
Yeah.
we talked about.
Okay. Yeah. Supply chain issues and all the blah, blah, blah.
But you did remind me of a world record. I've been really sizing up for a minute.
Okay.
That the clapping one.
Yeah.
I don't hate that one.
Okay. All right.
Most claps in a minute, Virginia.
Okay.
I don't hate it.
Okay. Well, we got some options here. We'll get to that this morning. You can see as Jaybird's quest to break a world record, or at least give you an idea of how hard they are to break, is going to be coming up just after 7 o'clock this morning. Going to be giving away more tickets to go to the Gaylord Palms in Kissimmee. I think we might play the same fun game we did yesterday, because people like Courtney are saying, so I'm pretty sure you called me this morning, but I didn't answer the phone. Then I heard the bit when I got home and replayed the show. And OMG, I want those tickets. It was how many people do not answer their phone when it's a number they don't recognize. So people who have been texting our show, I just started calling them back and no one answered.
And they are people that had within the hour
Yes.
sent us a text message
Like 10 minutes
to,
before.
to comment on something
Right.
that you were talking about.
So they were engaged with the show. So I thought the odds would be even better. I think we went through, 5 people before I finally got somebody. It's like, hello? And I'm like, yeah, can we put you on the radio? And they're like, for what?
Pretty sure it was 5 people.
Well, she had gone into work, so she got out of her car,
Yeah.
and she didn't hear the bit or know what we were doing.
I had
and
no
she was-
idea.
And this is how you should answer your phone. Real suspicious.
Yeah.
Which she was, and that's how you have to be these days, girl.
I don't think the number that I call from here comes up as the radio station.
I don't think it does.
Yeah.
Well, you had the one number that was texting. I always pick up my phone. I don't care who it is. Brad.
Yes, they
that was
were.
the first number we called.
First number I called, I'm like, this is a surefire winner. They didn't answer.
I feel like it rang 9 times.
Yeah, like, I'm not answering that number. Who knows? So maybe we'll try that again here this morning. So if you want those tickets, you want to stand by.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, W Magazine is desperately trying to pull its upcoming edition of the magazine. On the cover is Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner, and they're just like, oh, not a good week. Ugh. So they had already printed and ran with the magazine before the concert with the tragedy. And I guess delivery had already started. Now they're trying to stop the delivery trucks of the magazine. So if you see that out there, W Magazine is not being insensitive. They just were already going to print and distribution before the concert tragedy.
Oh, you know people behind the scenes are, oh my gosh, stop that thing.
How dare you try to make money off of all those people that died? Like
Right.
you can hear the screaming on Twitter.
Yeah.
But yeah, just know that this was already printed and gone to press and delivery before the concert.
It's one of the tough things about how fast the world moves today. That
Yes.
print and things like that, it just doesn't sync with the world because you have to be so reactionary. You know, we talk about this in radio because, you know, there are some of our shows that are pre-recorded. And that can sometimes be an issue if there is a major tragedy that happens that grabs the entire nation's attention. You have to pull certain songs off the radio. You have to watch what you're talking about because you can't sound flippant and like, do you guys realize what's going on? And you're talking about summer sausages.
And you're talking about how quickly things can change. I was just listening to a podcast where a comedian tweeted out a joke, got on a plane, and didn't realize as they were in the air, all this controversy went on. When they landed, they were pretty much canceled from their advertisers, and they didn't realize that while they were up in the air. It happens that quickly.
It does. That's how fast the world moves, and things like print that you set, you know, and it goes out and you can't control it. It's tough because you're right. It looks tasteless when it comes out.
One of those people you can't dodge is the IRS, and I guess Chris Tucker is finding this out the hard way. He owes $9.6 million in back taxes, and the IRS is suing him. They want to start seizing his assets and bank accounts, and I guess he went many, many years and just, whoopsie, forgot to pay taxes.
You talking Chris Tucker?
Chris Tucker.
Yeah, he was. I just saw something today where he said he didn't do any Friday sequels because he didn't want to glamorize weed. He didn't want to make it regular for everyone and normalize it. And he's blaming it all about the weed.
Interesting. Is that why he didn't pay his taxes?
No one's buying it for some reason.
And I like this. This is cute. So Paul Rudd, of course, this past week was named People's Sexiest Man Alive.
Yeah.
What would his wife say? Would she pick him as Sexiest Man Alive?
I've got to know, like, if your wife had a vote, do you think that she would have voted for you?
No, she would have voted for Keanu Reeves.
Why Keanu? Is that her favorite actor?
I mean, come on, he's Keanu. I'd vote for him.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute. So cute. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Jay-Bird?
I wanted to do a French fry experiment, but I do want to get some culinary advice from the people who know what they're doing in a kitchen, like a Virginia.
I'm not a good fryer.
Okay, but you'll know what I got to do to make this work.
Okay.
And does this sound like it would be good? I want to do the ultimate French fry. What I want to do, I want to go to all the fast food restaurants and get all of the French fries, put it in a bowl, chop it up, kind of, dice it up a little bit, and then put that in a waffle maker and then make a big old French fry waffle with all of the French fries.
That'll work.
How can I make that work to where it's going to stay together? Don't have to put something in it to keep it kind of binded together, or no, the waffle maker is going to help me keep it together. Because I've done things like that before and they've fallen apart, making me feel like I need some type of food paste.
Yeah, you might be able to use an egg.
An egg? And does that sound like that would be good?
Could be.
It could be. You got to work it out, and the first couple of times might be trial and error. But I've seen a lot of people doing things with waffle makers these days, even making like grilled cheese on a waffle maker.
Oh yeah, you can totally do that.
It's fun.
But is it overwhelming, and is it all going to be kind of the same taste with all of those different flavors? I'm just trying to figure out. I don't want to add anything either. I want to keep it pure to the ingredients they are using.
If I was you, I would put it in a food processor.
Okay.
Or if you don't have that, a blender. I use my blender sometimes to make soups, and it works great.
That's why we're talking.
You want to get everything real mixed up, and so the egg is in everywhere. You don't want to have just part of your waffle have the egg in it.
Does the egg compromise the experiment?
I don't know.
I know.
You might just have to get in there and try it out.
I know, but it sounds good.
It does sound good.
Okay, that sounds
I'm
fun.
a big fan. My girlfriend actually bought me. It's called the Waffle Cookbook. It's all this fun stuff you can make with a waffle maker that you would never think. If you want, I can bring it in and share it with you.
Yeah, I want to do other experiments where you take you get all the burgers from everywhere, and then you grind them up like you're talking about, and then make a ball, and then cook them up, and then make fast food balls just to see if it taste good. Is it too much? Is it too much of an all-star team?
I mean, now you're just talking crazy.
Because sometimes
all the burger balls.
when you get too many great actors in a movie, sometimes it's overwhelming. Is it too many flavors? Mm-hmm. These are the fun experiments I think about when I'm alone.
Okay. When you're all alone.
Well, I know we got some time off coming up for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
These are the fun experiments I'd like to get involved in. Y'all more than welcome to come on over.
Look at you doing the Lord's work.
I told you I've been in a really big cooking mood lately. I think it's because it's the
awesome.
holidays. My mom was a big cooker.
You have a beautiful kitchen with your new house for cooking. You have a way bigger kitchen than I do.
Well, do go on.
Yeah, somebody recommended using a food processor
Okay.
to help you out.
This is
with
why we
this.
talk.
Okay. They said that might be the thing.
If you don't have a food processor, you can do a blender.
Is there other experiments too? If you took all of the pizzas, like your fast food pizzas, and made pizza balls, your Pizza Hut, your Domino's, your Little Caesars, grind them up and then try to cook them in some type of, I don't know, fryer.
I don't know. That sounds kind of gross.
Does it?
Yeah. You might be jumping this
I'm
shark.
seeing where the line's at.
Stick to potato. Let us know how that goes.
I also kind of had food on my mind. I was looking to put together a list of all the places that are going to be open for Thanksgiving. I've seen a couple of lists already from places from West Palm to Fort Lauderdale, even Miami, that are going to be open. I think we're just going to kind of be chilling. Both of my older kids, the twins, they're working. One's in Atlanta, one is down here, and so we're not going to have them. So it's just, we're going to kind of, do whatever. We're not a big traditional family. I'm not a big fan of Thanksgiving food anyway.
Yeah.
So we're looking for places to be open. There have been a couple articles. I know the Palm Beach Post just had one today about places that are open, and it's nice places that we're looking at, like an Avocado Grill's on there.
Okay.
And so there's some other joints, but to me, I kind of want to know still some of the places that are open that are kind of like midline. My wife's kind of the fancy one. To me, I need to know, like, is Flanagan's open?
Yeah.
We got Tap 42
Kevin,
open.
it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, and that's
Take
just,
your wife someplace nice. Don't be a cheap bastard.
we're just going out. We're having
No,
fun.
you need to do something nice. If she likes fancy, make a fancy reservation on Thanksgiving.
Everybody's like, all these places are the fancy joints. What I notice is they're doing all these fancy versions of Thanksgiving traditions.
But
And-
a lot of the places will still have their regular menu as well.
Yeah, I just am like, I
my
was looking at what they
gosh.
had, and it's expensive. I'm like, oh
It
my
is.
gosh, these places like something like $85 a plate. I'm like, $85 a plate.
Follow your heart, kid. You'll know. You'll know. in
Follow
the
your
moment.
heart, not your wallet, and make it special for your wife.
My heart and my wallet go very hand in hand.
I'm like you. I'm not. The older I've got, I'm not a huge Thanksgiving fan, only because it seems like I never can get my family lined up. Same thing this year. Everyone's working or they're out of town. Nothing for
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. A Flanagan's Thanksgiving sounds cozy to me.
Right. See, my mother-in-law, myself, and my son Cannon, we want to go to Flanagan's for ribs.
Yeah.
And I just don't know that, it's 3 votes against 1, but that one vote
She's very powerful.
is worth 800.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the final vote.
Yeah.
You're not getting no rib egg rolls on Thanksgiving.
I want Flanagan's ribs for Thanksgiving.
No, your wife, y'all need to go to a hotel, a fancy hotel, and have a beautiful Thanksgiving. That'd be nice.
I get it, Flanagan.
Bird, you come along and go get ribs.
Oh, I'm coming. I think I
Yeah.
have to. I got nothing
Yeah.
else going on.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Flanagan's
You're coming
is-
along.
It's dark in there.
Yes.
You can drink.
Yeah, and that's kind of where my wife and I differ, because she's like, it's so dark in there. I'm like, yes.
I love it.
Right. I love dark. She's like, it's too dark. I'm like, what? How do you have? That's why I love Flanagan's.
a
They're just,
dark
it's
bar for
cozy.
Thanksgiving.
Come on.
Everything
That's
looks
so
better in the dark.
awesome. Oh, and that to me is a dream. A dark bar with ribs on Thanksgiving. I mean, that lays it all out, right?
I'm feeling thankful.
Gosh, yeah. So I'm trying to put it all together. I want options, but everybody's just printing up all the fancy options. I'm like, that's all good, but
Do you think a Flanagan's would be busy on Thanksgiving? I don't know if it
first
would.
I got to find out if they're open in what hours. That's what I'm trying to put together, and then are they having regular menus? So I'm trying to do the homework on that. So if anybody kind of knows, just off the top of their head, or they've heard, or they've seen, that's what I'm trying to put together. So
The witch is right, though. They'll have Thanksgiving options, but they usually go same menu as well. I know we went out Thanksgiving
Yeah.
a couple different years. They usually have menu stuff at the restaurant you go to.
I hear you. I just kept seeing like $85 a plate or $100 a plate. I'm like, Dang, man.
I don't know, turkey. If you're doing regular Thanksgiving, a dinner, it's going to cost you a pretty penny anyway.
It is. It's not cheap to throw Thanksgiving. I've never done it for under $300.
Of turkey.
Oh, my gosh.
A turkey, how much that would cost you? A good sized turkey.
I mean, and Mama gets some good wine. I'd say $50 for a good sized turkey if you're having like 10 to 12 people.
Yeah. I guess I'm just like one of those guys. I don't believe in spending a ton of money on food.
See, I do. I'm a big food. Like, I order 9 meals at Flanagan's.
Kevin, you could stop at I don't believe in spending a bunch of money.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
It's not about food.
Well, no, for a football game, I would lay down the cash. I'm like, that's what I want to save my money for. I mean, there's some big football games coming up.
If someone said this Thanksgiving, you're going to go to a dark bar, you're going to eat some ribs, you're hanging out with Kevin. I'm like, this is a fun Thanksgiving.
This is a great, right? Do you not light up more when I talk about my plan for Thanksgiving when it's like, we're going to go to the fancy restaurant, spend $85 a plate?
I've had the Thanksgiving with the green bean casserole and the fighting.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't like those places because they're too bright.
Yes.
I want darkness. I don't want to be able to see my food.
Dark like my soul.
Yes.
All of a sudden, Kevin's got me in the mood for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, see, there you go. It's a great idea. Virginia, what you got on your mind today?
Well, I'm excited. I'm going to be out tonight. Our friends at Compass, the community center that serves the LGBTQ family members, they are doing a mixer. And tonight it's in West Palm Beach at Justin and Greg's. And there's going to be all kinds of fun, including raffles and giveaways. And so if you've always wanted to network with Compass, come out tonight to West Palm Beach. I'll be out there hosting. There'll be a performance by Big Mama.
Okay.
Yeah, Big Mama don't play.
Big Mama, okay.
Big Mama is fun.
All right.
So, yeah, come on out tonight. You could get some cool prizes courtesy of Compass.
Very awesome. I wanted to take a moment here today because this is something that has been on my mind since we had it yesterday. We talked about it at the end of the After the Show podcast yesterday, and it was unconfirmed, so I didn't go with what people were texting me and we had heard, but we were putting out the word looking for Ryan Rogers. He had disappeared the other night, and nobody had seen him. He was on his bike. It was around 6:30 p.m. on Monday night. And early yesterday morning, we were just kind of putting out the calls, and people were saying, yeah, they'd found him. I didn't run with that because it wasn't confirmed, but unfortunately, it is confirmed that 14-year-old Ryan Rogers of Alton was found dead yesterday morning. His body and his bicycle were located near the Central Boulevard sidewalk at the I-95 overpass, and I've got a 13-year-old son. I cannot even imagine what his mom, Cindy, is going through today. She posted up on social media, search is off. I need space and time. Thank you to everyone. So, God bless her.
Oh, my gosh. Just sending peace and love to their family. It's a terrible story.
I know nothing I can say is going to make anything better. But just know that a lot of people feel for you. And anybody with any information about his disappearance or his death, call the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department at 561-799-4445. So we are very sorry for the loss of Ryan Rogers. People are feeling it. My idea for Thanksgiving, Shelly and Sunrise said, Kevin, you had me at Flanagan's Ribs.
I told you about the egg rolls they have with the rib meat in them.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Oh, yeah,
they are
game
so
changer.
delicious.
Yeah, that's my idea of a Thanksgiving. That I get excited about.
They still have those, right? The rib egg rolls.
Think so. My mother-in-law mentioned them yesterday. Yeah, and I knew it just because of what you're talking about.
I've been talking about them for a long time.
Yeah. And somebody said, Flanagan's open and busy on Thanksgiving. Also, great news, Twin Peaks opens at 11 a.m.
You love their fried pickles?
I do. They've got some good food there.
Can you eat fried pickles on keto?
Probably not, no. I don't think so. But like I said, I do keto light. I'm to the point where, you got to live a little, too.
And it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I don't go crazy on sugar bombs, but yeah, I'll do my fried pickles. There's a couple things. I dance on the dark side a bit, my friend.
Come on over.
Oh, yeah. I dance there.
Bring your dancing shoes.
And somebody said the Hard Rock is open also on Thanksgiving. You got multiple options. Even the Hard Rock Cafe, which has a whole bunch of different stuff. So that'd be kind of fun. Maybe a Thanksgiving at the Hard Rock.
I love my experience at the Hard Rock a couple weeks ago. There's like 8 different restaurants.
Yeah.
You'll find something you love. I love variety. And they've got like basic, like the Hard Rock Cafe, all the way up to super fancy and exclusive.
That might be what you and the Queen need to do. A little
That
Hard
might be
Rock.
it. Yeah, we've been talking about doing that. My daughter was there. She went to Dare nightclub on Friday. There was an artist that was performing there live. I think it's going to be kind of a Crazy. Well, this weekend they've got some big artists. They got like Tiesto and a couple EDM DJs there.
Did you say the club's name is Dare?
Dayer, yeah. It's Daer, day or night.
God,
so it's open during the day. They do big pool parties and ragers, and then at night, on Friday, my daughter went to a concert there this weekend. They got Nicky Romero and Tiesto. They're going to be playing there, and they're big EDM. If you know EDM, you'd be like, oh my gosh, yeah.
Who are you talking to? Of course he knows EDM. How dare you insult this man?
I knew the word Tiesto was going to be lost on him.
I love Tiesto.
Fiesta.
He thinks Tiesto is something you order at the Mexican restaurant.
Can I get that at Flanagan's?
Sounds delicious.
The Tiesto egg roll.
Tiesto sticks.
Yeah. Another place, fun like the Hard Rock, the Gaylord Opryland Resort and Convention Center. A lot of us just still call it the Gaylord Palms.
Yeah, we do.
You know what we're talking about. But they got something cool there. It's Mission Save Christmas featuring Elf. And I had seen this stat yesterday that 68% of Americans now say they rarely or never answer if it's a number that they don't know. So I thought, well, why don't we take some numbers that we have here from our texting service, people that actually are texting the KVJ show, and let's call them to see if they'll answer us when we call. And yesterday, a lot of them didn't.
They did it. You were 5 deep.
I was 5 deep, and, at that number, that's 20%. And according to this, there is still 32% of people that will pick up their phone when you call. So I like doing this, and we'll give you the 4-pack of tickets. So I'm going to call a couple other numbers that have texted us here. I'm going to come to the 954.
Okay.
Right here and see what we get.
And all they have to do is answer, and they go to Gaylord.
Yeah, if they're answering, yeah. I'm
Okay.
going to get them a 4-pack of the tickets.
Hello.
Hello, it's KVJ. You're on the radio. Can we put you on?
Yes, you can.
Who is this?
Hi, good morning. This is Tanya, also known as Panchita.
Panchita!
She was in the KVJ horror movie.
Yes.
Yes, I was.
I should have figured. Good for you, Panchita. You want to go to Gaylord?
Oh, my goodness. Yes, please.
Okay.
She's really, really nice. She's always in our chat room. I love Pam. I'm so glad you won.
Yeah. Gonna be
Thank you.
yeah. You're welcome. Yeah, ice tubing, bumper cars, live shows, all kinds of good stuff. Hold on, we're gonna give you the hookup, okay?
Thank you very much.
Yes, and we're also going to give you the hiccups. We're giving those out with every prize.
Wouldn't it be amazing if you had the power to give people the hiccups?
Oh, I would love it.
That actually would be it's an underrated superpower, but could you imagine that person? But imagine if he's in the Marvel universe, that's all I got.
I think it's awesome.
Everybody else has strength, they can fly. I can only give people hiccups.
Imagine your boss is yelling at you, and you just don't want to hear it. Right. And you have the power to give your boss the hiccups.
It actually might be the most comical superpower ever. Ding!
It's great for radio. It's amazing.
I have the power to give people hiccups.
I want to give Suits the hiccups so bad.
Gosh, actually, you know what? You talked me into it. That's a great superpower.
To me, that's more powerful than flying.
Yes, it is.
And they can't end it until you end it.
You have the on-off switch to hiccups. That is pretty amazing. I'm going to try another one here. Okay, see, that's
Look at you, all generous over there.
Yeah, I'm going to do this, see what we get. 2
in a row?
Let's see.
I think you have a better shot when it's earlier because people haven't gone into work yet.
You're right. Their phone's right there. It's not as chaotic.
Because you tried it 8:30 yesterday.
Yeah.
And that was right when people were going into work.
772 right here.
Okay.
Pizzle?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
They sent you to voicemail.
Yeah, we got sent to voicemail.
Dang. 772
Come
cold.
on, Pizzle, what are you doing?
You're cold.
Okay. All right, let me try another one here. Yeah, that's typically what I do. That's what happens, right? You go
I do
right
too.
there.
I send them to voicemail every time.
I never pick up the phone.
But no one ever calls me with Gaylord tickets.
I would never win this contest ever.
Never.
It'd be hopeless.
I think most people would.
I don't even know if I'd pick up if I knew it was a radio station called again. I don't really want to.
It's a trick. It's a trap.
Yeah, there's something going on here.
5, 6, 1.
Here is their personal information.
Yeah. What is that? They have some.
No, they sent you to voicemail.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. We started off well today, and now we're hitting the wall here.
Proving your theory right.
Yeah, it is. So what? This is my
fourth call.
Fourth call. We got one. Another 561 here. See if they pick up.
Pick up.
I don't think so. Crazy.
It's us. It's the radio
I love that two of them immediately sent us to voicemail.
And these are people that were just texting us, right?
Just
Your
texting us.
message for
Yeah.
They're probably listening right now going, I can't believe that person didn't pick up. They're going to look down their phone. Oh, crap, it was me.
Yeah. Oh, I got those messages. In fact, I think that message that I just called, yeah, it was from somebody that had texted us yesterday. Let me try it again. Okay, hold on.
They said they wanted to win, so we called them, and they didn't pick up.
Okay. I'm gonna see what they do, because they were like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know. I'm gonna please call me. I'll definitely answer."
Oh, man.
How bad does Kevin have to try to get you these tickets?
Okay, let's see here. This is a 561. Let's see if this one connects. It's our fifth call.
And this is the girl we called yesterday?
It's a girl that we called and she didn't pick up, and she told me that if you call, I will definitely answer. Without a doubt. She said, I'm pretty sure you called me. I didn't answer the phone. I heard the bit when I got home. I started working at 8:30.
If you call me, I'll definitely
You're
answer.
going to get an email tonight going, oh my gosh, I heard you again.
Yeah.
Call me tomorrow.
This girl's gonna hurt herself. This is dangerous.
This is the second time we tried calling her.
And it's going, this is the 9th ring.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, that's too funny. She still didn't answer.
Well, it turns out her alarm goes off at 7.
Oh, man.
You will get
that's
another
funny.
message from her.
Oh, you'll hear from
That is
her.
funny.
It'll be
Okay.
desperate. It'll be tears.
Yeah.
You may just want to save a pair for her because she's going to be in a bad
Well,
headspace.
now it
Wow.
seems like we're messing with her.
Right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Give them to her because I'm worried about her.
Wow. Okay, so we still are at 20%.
Yeah?
They say the national average is 32. We only got 1 out of 5 that picked up, and a lot of them just sent us to voicemail.
This is so fun. I love calling
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, we'll do it again tomorrow. So if you want those tickets, Mission Save Christmas featuring Elf. It is an all-new multi-sensory experience where guests journey into Buddy the Elf's world to help save the holiday. A Gaylord Hotels exclusive, November 19th to January 2nd. Visit Christmas@GaylordPalms.com.
I've done it. The Christmas in Orlando and the one in Nashville. The snow tubing is so fun. You're in a giant inflatable, and they set up this big snow thing. It's so cool.
And I've done the Gaylord Palms buffet, and it's amazing.
He can vouch for the buffet.
Okay, all right. Okay, I understand why you are so upset. I think any mom out there would be just as livid. But what do you do next? Got an email that said, my husband and I are no longer together because he had an affair with a girl that he works with. This was a girl that I've been aware of for years, and I'd actually see her at many of his work functions.
We'll call her Skank A.
I never got a good vibe from her, and she flirted with my husband for a long time right in front of me before he wound up sleeping with her.
That's how you get cut.
So now that they are living together, I absolutely hate taking my 4-year-old son over to stay with his father. After this weekend, I pick up my son, and he asked me if I loved him. I said, of course I love you. He said, well, Daddy's girlfriend said that you didn't and that you needed to unload me on them because you needed a break from me.
Oh, my gosh.
I am at a level of pissed that I have never been before in my life, and I still don't know what to do. I'm trying to think rationally about my approach, but it's days later, and I still can't do it. I am in kill mode. So what would my rational mind tell me to do? Be that for me.
I mean, don't ask me. I'm in kill mode, too.
Well, she's not rational, Virginia, so why are you asking her?
I would not be able to contain myself. It would be so ugly. Not in front of the kid, but I would catch this bee alone, and I would shake her world.
Well, she's fighting with nukes.
She is fighting with nukes. And you know what
Yeah.
you got to do? You got to fight nukes with nukes. You don't let your husband see it. You don't let your kids, your ex-husband see it, or your kids see it. You get this girl when she's alone, and you shake her world.
Are you talking secret nuke type of strategy here?
I'm gonna follow her for a couple days. I'm gonna see where she goes, what she does. I'm gonna see who she deals with. I'm gonna find out, where she hangs out. I'm gonna get in her head and I'm gonna ruin her life.
Would you really go to that level?
Oh, definitely.
You would be following her,
Oh, yeah.
writing notes down,
Without a
possibly even
doubt.
taking pictures.
GPS tracker, all of it.
Somebody said here that beating her ass is actually the most rational thing to do.
That's definitely from Okeechobee.
And maybe you don't do it yourself. You might have to outsource this job, but something has to be done. Otherwise, you're going to go insane.
You know what they say? Don't get other people involved. If you're gonna do something shady, it's just gotta be you.
We all got that one person.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know other than probably taking your kids someplace where they can watch them and you sitting down at the same time with your ex and his new girlfriend and letting them know how inappropriate that is. But I don't know how you would be able to maintain calm for that conversation. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think that a rational mind would say to do is say, this is way out of bounds.
Trish in the chat room says, what does that say about the ex-husband? Real good choice of picking women. You don't know. Sometimes people go, they get crazy. You never know if a mate turns on you. That can happen.
True. He might not have anything. He might not know that she said that.
Well, we've all been with somebody that you didn't realize in the beginning, and then in the middle, go, who are you?
They're crazy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And maybe you go to your husband first. Maybe he's not aware of what was said. And maybe he needs to realize that is a diabolical person. That is a person of poor character that is doing that. And, probably his husband doesn't care more than just what she looks like. But that is
she's hot. She's hot.
Yeah, you would assume. But
is she blonde? Are you sensing blonde?
Blonde is chuggy now.
It's what?
Chuggy.
What does that mean?
That's that whole term where it's like just old. You don't. Yeah.
You don't say you can't say blonde anymore.
No, you can say blonde.
It's not as cool to be blonde anymore.
Yeah. You're going back to '80s references of hot. Now today, blondes aren't considered hot.
I was just asking to paint the picture here. But I hear you.
I think what you really have to do is have two separate conversations, and both of them can be private. No one else has to be there, but you need to let her know who she's messing with and tell her, F around and find out. This is going to get real ugly for you real quick. I will destroy you if you continue down this path. But then you also need to have a separate conversation with him and say, look, we have to co-parent this child together. Do you love this child? Why would you want somebody poisoning him in this manner? You're only messing up your kid.
My question in custody, if your baby mama or daddy is with somebody that is bad for the kid, and this is a mind manipulation. This is toxic stuff she's planning into
abuse.
him. Yeah, it really is.
You're going to have to go back to court. This could take years. It's ugly. Yeah. And you can't stop him from having her around. If they say, oh, the kid's lying. We never said that. We would never say that. It's a he said, she said. And then you got to prove that it was said. Like, if the kid's not in physical danger, they're not hurting the kid, it's really going to be tough.
Yeah. That is...
It's terrible.
I understand why you are seething. That's really tough. That is real tough. If anybody's got any better suggestions on how to handle this.
A sock full of nickels?
Yeah, the woman that her husband had an affair with and left her for, he's living with now, and now she's telling her 4-year-old son that your mom unloaded you on us because she needed a break from you and she doesn't love you. Oh my gosh.
It's interesting you always go with nickels and not quarters.
Well, I'm on a budget.
Yeah.
Sock full of nickels is way more affordable. A sock full of quarters, that's expensive.
Could you imagine getting hit with a sock full of nickels? It would be so painful.
Yes.
Oh, maybe that's a good Thursday bit.
Okay. I think everybody's just as mad as his mom. Her husband leaves her for this woman that he works with. The woman used to flirt with him in front of her at company gatherings. And now when she took her 4-year-old son over for the weekend to stay with them, because they now live together, of course, this woman tells the 4-year-old son that mommy's dropping you off to unload you on us because she doesn't love you. So the 4-year-old, of course, hurt, asks mom when she picks him up, saying, why don't you love me? You're like, wait, what? What do you mean, why don't I love you? Yeah, well, daddy's girlfriend said that you don't love me, and that's why you dumped me off with them. Wow. She's still seething. It's many days later, and she's having a hard time coming to grips with rational thought. So you're not the only person that's had to go through this kind of stuff, by the way. There's one text that came in and said, so my daughter is 9, and her father left me when I was in the hospital giving birth to her for another woman.
Oh, my gosh.
We then got pregnant at 6 months after I gave birth. We've gone to court, got parenting plans done, and they want to pretend like I don't exist, even though we have 50-50 custody. And that bee that he got with, her name is Sarah. She makes my daughter call her mommy and makes her call me by my first name. Can you imagine that flip?
That's disgusting.
She constantly cuts my child's hair without asking and basically tries to ruin my life. One day my daughter will see what is really going on, but I have to bite my tongue and be the bigger person for now. Man, I hate that bee.
Oh, man, it's rough.
Let me just tell you, though, the kids do eventually figure it out.
Okay.
You don't have to be vocal to them.
Yeah.
You can try to protect them behind the scenes. But the kids will figure it out, and then they will make it very clear who they trust and who they don't.
That's good advice. In a sense, you're saying play the long game. That's what that's called.
Yep.
You're not right now getting the immediate satisfaction. You're just saying one day this will all come.
Keep showering your child with the love they deserve. You keep being the awesome parent that you know you are to that kid. And the dirtbags always show their true colors. The kids figure it out. They really do. They see it.
I thought this was interesting advice. Somebody said, well, just record the conversation with your 4-year-old, put it up on TikTok, and then let the internet ruin her. Okay.
I don't hate that.
Doxer, as they say.
Imagine how that would go if you put your 4-year-old telling you the story of how daddy's girlfriend said that you don't love the kid.
I mean,
That'd be viral.
It'd be viral in a minute.
Yeah. Here's some good rational advice I think we're looking for. Somebody texted in and said she can take the child to a therapist who can document everything that's going on and then go to court. And you can't keep him from seeing that girl, but you can keep that girl from seeing your child if the court says so. It might take a little bit of time, but in the meantime, mom needs to reassure the child that she does absolutely love him and that daddy's girlfriend is lying to him. Me personally, I would probably be in jail because I'd have already done beat the S-bomb out of that girl. So.
No, that's good advice. She's right. If you document it and then you take it to the court, it's going to take a long time. And if he's got deep pockets, he's going to fight you on it.
Sure.
You're going to have to pay a lawyer a lot of money, especially if he tries to drag it out.
Yeah.
But you can maybe limit the time that the girlfriend gets to be around your kid.
Okay, so there you go. Some good advice. Hope it helps. Got some celebrities having a birthday today. Gotta say big ol' happy birthday to Rachel McAdams, now turning 43 today. Wedding Crashers, Notebook, so many other big popular movies. Was she in Mean Girls? Or did I just make that up? She should have been if she wasn't.
I want to say she was.
Yeah, she's in Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. She's actually really good in Mean Girls.
Yeah,
is she?
that's right. She was
I
the
think-
blonde.
wait.
Yeah.
She was the blonde, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love how confident we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
RuPaul is 61 today. Lorne Michaels, the creator of Saturday Night Live, is now 77. Will that show continue on?
Like I said
After Lorne
yesterday,
Michaels.
they're not doing, their ratings are bad right now.
Yeah. Martin Scorsese, the director, is 79 today. Happy birthday to them. Also, a 46th birthday shout out to Ricky. A lot of love from Tracy, Piper the Golden, and Finley, the red doggy in Orlando. Also, TJ, happy 10th birthday from Mom, Dad, Big Sis, Maddie, and Diesel. Happy 6th birthday to Madeline from Mommy, Kiki, Baby Caleb, and Jumanji. Also, shout out to our daughter, Karina, the Big 8. And got a photo of her there, having some fun. Cute photo on KVJ TV.
Oh, playing around.
Watch on YouTube. Look for the KVJ Show and send us your birthday wishes. Mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com. And we'll give you the hookup here for your birthday. Coming up in just a second, got a World Record Wednesday on deck here today. I saw Jaybird over there look like he was practicing a bit, trying to get all ready for this.
I thought he was applauding my dirt. No, he's just practicing.
It's going to be kind of a twofold. I'm going to be doing it, but we need a counter. That's going to be the hardest thing on this world record.
Counter.
Counting my claps.
Okay.
So, I don't know. It's kind of twofold.
Are we going to have to look at the game film and slow it down? Because you were clapping really fast, and I don't know if I can keep up pace.
It's going to be challenging.
This is a world record that was set by a 9-year-old. He clapped 1,080 times in a minute.
That kid's going down.
Is he?
Oh, that 9-year-old's going down.
Okay. Can Bird clap 1,080 times in a minute? Okay, World Record Wednesday. Bird always takes a run at other established world records, see how tough they are. Today he's going after the most claps in a minute. Looks like it was set by a 9-year-old.
I feel good about this one.
All right, if you can't beat a 9-year-old, what are we even doing?
I at least need to get in that realm, close.
It's a kid.
It's going to be hard. Well, you're not good at counting our numbers.
I am not good at counting.
Do we have to rely on the chat room to slow it down and count every clap?
I mean, I can film you, and then we can slow-mo that film.
Well, we're being filmed as well.
It's called KVJ TV.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to film just for the smell of it, you can do that too.
I'm just trying to help.
I hear you.
I can't help you with counting because I'm not good like that.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna do me, and y'all figure out the number.
Okay. Is there a technique to this clapping? Like, what constitutes a clap?
That
your hands have to separate.
Yeah, you can do a golf clap because that would count as long as the two are smacking, and you go to the next one. That will count as a clap.
Okay. Maybe I'll bring Denny's in here. Just get an extra set of eyes on this.
Okay. Good. Denny's really good with speed.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. I think you got maybe $1 million.
This might be a game film thing.
Yeah, I think it's going to have to be. I mean, the chat room's good, but are they that good or they can count in real time? I don't know.
Okay.
Well, let's just throw it out to them. And
let's see what they
put all your numbers up, chat room.
Yes.
After he completes the clapping, I'm sure all the numbers will match.
If there is a consistent number, we'll at least kind of know we're in the ballpark. That's a great idea, Witch.
Okay. The record 1,080 times. KVJ Respectable is usually about half the mark. That would be 500.
Okay, I can do that.
You 500 in a minute?
Yes.
Okay. Virginia, you going over or under on that?
I mean, he is a man that has been on record with his bitch-ass grip. His hands have never, ever been weaker in his career.
I do.
We believe he's got long-term COVID.
Yeah.
I mean...
She's not lying. These are the weakest my hands have been in my career.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I kind of talked me into it. I got going under. Suits. You going over or under? Who Suits is way down.
Way under. Oh.
I know.
Don't think about it,
that
baby.
9-year-old is real quick.
Don't think about it.
Denny's, what do you think? You think your boy's going to do this?
I think he gets 900.
Oh, look at
Okay. All right.
you are high.
Okay. All right. KVJ Respectable's 500, the world record, 1,080 claps in 1 minute, set by a 9-year-old.
Denny's, what do you think? Sit it or stand?
Probably stand, right?
All right, I like it. That's why we talk.
Okay. I'm going to stand up and do this.
Stand so you get more tired.
Okay. All right, here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. Jay Bird attempting the world record for the most claps in a minute. On your mark, get set, and go. Yeah, not bad. I mean, honestly, just in 5 seconds.
Oh my gosh, it's so tiring.
Half of 100. That's the thing is the stamina.
What's my time?
You've got 3 seconds.
Dear God.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
No,
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
You still got 40 seconds.
Oh, it hurts so bad. Oh my God. That damn 9-year-old's good. Oh.
You kind of
What's
looks
my
like
time?
you still got you got like an hour left. You got 30 seconds left. He kind of looks like that monkey with the cymbals. You ever seen that thing? Check him out. He's trying to go over, under. He's doing side to side. Oh, he's definitely fatigued. Oh, it's gone way down. He's down at 15. He started off great. The first 3 seconds were impressive. Yeah, he's down to 10 seconds. He's not going to make it all the way through. All right, here he goes. He's clapping like a maniac now. He's at 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and... Oh, yeah, he's going to need a nap.
All right, I got 185.
Okay.
Okay.
Denny's put his head down and was
I had to-
focused on nothing but the clap
I had to
noise.
listen just to claps.
Yeah.
I only did 180.
Yeah, that's all I got. It started really slowing down after the 100 mark.
Honestly, the first 4 seconds, you were really good.
There's no way.
You were really good for 4 seconds.
I'm not trusting these numbers. There's no.
185.
You guys see another 190 came in?
Hold on. 690. I'm seeing.
690.
I'm seeing
Yeah, no, they're definitely
420.
high. Even Denny's knows that.
Dog, I did more than 100.
185.
I got 185.
Wow. That's...
What did you guys do any?
No, I was too
just
busy.
watching the-
I
yeah,
was too busy
watching the
making
time.
fun of you on
That's
Instagram.
why I brought Denny's in here.
Look at that video.
I made a fun video on Instagram. It says, clap if you suck at clapping.
I got a little Snow White in there.
This is good.
So fun.
Sorry, if you didn't know what he's doing, this audio sounds so dirty.
It does. I'm panting. Oh my god. Oh god.
You've never looked more ridiculous.
I feel like I'm not kidding. I've been lifting houses for 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah. You can see the fatigue set in at about second 6. Oh my god, I'm not sure he's gonna make this.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Slaughtered by a 9-year-old. Great.
Slaughtered.
That 9-year-old
The
kicks my
9-year-old got
ass.
over 1,000. You got 180. You got just over 100.
I mean, even if Archer says 250 or so, even if it is 250, by the way, 185 is coming in a lot. So yeah, it's not good.
Wow. Okay.
But
all right.
it was fun.
Wow. Okay. So there you go. Very unimpressive world record attempt here.
Clap if you suck at clapping.
Oh my gosh. It started off so good, Kev.
Oh, like I said, the first 4 seconds, you were amazing.
Back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board, y'all. Ever been insulted by a kid? If you've been around a kid, you've probably been insulted by a kid. Gosh. And it just cuts through because you know it's honest. That's what I hate about it. Kids can just be so cutting. In fact, if I'm ever around a kid and they start glaring at me, I know an insult is coming, and I try to like deflect and distract. Got to keep like a lollipop handy or something. Be like, here, kid, before you insult me, because it's so embarrassing because they do it in front of so many people, and everybody just laughs because it's like it's a kid. You got to laugh along with the kid.
Yeah, that happened to me. My first year coaching kids at the baseball camps, I was really skinny. And then the next year, I really put on the pounds. I must have gained 30 pounds. And the kid, one of the kids that was at the camp the year before in front of everybody goes, "Oh, wow, Coach Chicken Tender got to be a fat ass." And everyone starts laughing.
damn.
All the
That's
others,
terrible. Yeah.
he's being so disrespectful, but it was funny. So
Right.
everyone has to laugh. And it was true. I became a fat
Oh,
ass.
it's so sad, isn't
Oh,
it?
it's
It's
hard.
nothing you do.
I fake laugh and man, the tears.
Oh, the tears.
inside.
Oh, it's terrible.
Damn, this little punk is right.
Yeah. So when did a child insult you? So many comments we got on the KVJ Show Facebook page right now. David said, yeah, I had on my veteran's hat when a kid thanked me for my service in the Civil War. That's pretty good, kid. Mark said, yeah, a kid in a pizza shop told me I had the same body as E.T.
Oh,
And he wasn't entirely wrong.
Damn.
See, that's why it hurts when the insult's kind of true.
Well, that's why, because you know they're just so honest. There's just no filter.
When that kid called me a fat ass, I knew getting my baseball uniform, it was too small. I felt like a fat ass.
Yeah.
And then he confirmed
And then he
it.
just confirmed it. Now everybody knows it, and now it's out in the open. Chelsea said, yeah, my little niece said, Aunt Chelsea, why do you have so many bras? You don't need them.
Oh,
It's always in front of other people, too.
that is cold.
Mallory said when my cousin was sick, she was sitting in the bathroom while I was taking my makeup off. And when I was done, she had this disgusted look on her face. And she says, OMG, you look so much better with that stuff on your face.
Oh.
It's tough. And what do you do? She's like, LOL, I cracked up. But
She's right.
Yeah.
We do.
She cracked up, but when she sat back down to watch TV, it crept back in her mind.
oh, it did. The sadness. I don't know why. Insults from a kid just cut harder.
Because they're honest.
Katie, who teaches kindergarten, said, oh, so many times kids have insulted me. The worst was the day I came back from maternity leave and a kid asked me if I had my baby. And I'm like, yeah, I did. She's like, well, then why do you still have a big old belly? It's just what happens.
If you're a kid, you understand.
And you're trying to explain it. It's uncomfortable. Carrie said a student told me that he thought I was young, but my hands look so old. Another student called me out in front of the whole class and asked me if I dyed my hair. Yeah, I do. Thanks. Thanks for noticing, kid. Jennifer said, anytime I change in front of my 4-year-old, Mommy, your booty jiggles. Yeah, I'm aware of it. Thanks, kid. Megan said, I lost a few pounds. I wore a dress I felt really great in. I had not one, but 2 kids ask me when my baby was going to be born.
Oh.
Haven't worn that dress since.
That is the worst when you think.
You feel good.
I'm
You're like,
looking good
looking
today.
great. And then a kid comes and chops you right down.
You get deflated.
Yeah, never again. Ashley said, yeah, my son will call me mommy cow. I know he means nothing by it. He's 2. But in my head, I'm like, MFer, I will end you. I think there's part of it. You had that little fantasy in your head. You punch a toddler. But then you're like, you just can't do that. Peggy said, coming out from picking up my Chinese food, some little girl who couldn't be more than 5 gave me the middle finger while walking with her mom.
Damn.
Kids are cold and heartless these
You
days.
know what? Depending on my mood, I'm giving it right back to that kid.
Yeah.
A 5-year-old.
A 5-year-old flips me off.
For no reason?
No reason. Just, man, take that.
That's
pretty
amazing.
It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
I can see you flipping the kid back, too.
There you go. Well, we all deal with insults. Ours are mainly adults. Social media, all over the place. We take some of your comments, some of your text, and we put it all together into something we call the KVJ Hate Song.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ Show. That sucks. That sucks. That stinks. You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ Show.
Who the F is dressing Kevin these days? He looks like an anorexic Ken doll going through a midlife crisis. His outfits make me want to punch him in his beady-eyed face.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate
Wow,
us. You
violent.
hate the KVJ Show.
Virginia, stop acting like you're so tough. You can't fight. You're an over-the-hill, middle-aged alcoholic. Only thing you're fighting is menopause.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ Show.
Jason looks like he sleeps in garbage. Is he deliberately trying to look like an aging scarecrow? Bird, nobody wants to bang a guy who looks homeless.
Oh, man.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ Show.
Am I the only one that hates that pot-smoking asshat Denny's? He's lame and his jokes suck. If he was in the Hunger Games, I'd want him to slowly die first.
Oh, man. Wow. Slowly die first?
Show. That sucks.
Wow. Just want to let you know, if you missed yesterday, the punishment was carried out on our social media. It was Denny's in Suits. They lost Do It Bitch, and they had to pour gravy over their heads. So they did do that on our TikTok yesterday, but it's up on our social platforms as well. So if you heard that and be like, did they ever do that? Yeah, they did. You can go to our social media and you can see the video.
They're lucky I didn't get involved because I was going to make it real weird. Slightly steamy.
We wanted them to lick each other clean like cats.
I had a dentist appointment yesterday, so I wasn't able to really be involved and explore the space.
Yeah, you're going to have them do it at a cat habitat.
It's going to be a different kind of video.
Okay. All right, am I the jerk? People always want to know. Maybe you get caught up in something, and before you know it, you're kind of doing something jerky. Sometimes in life, I guess we got to be a little jerky. But is it justified or not? If you ever have one of these situations, just send us an email. We'll give you the ruling. We'll be honest. Are you a jerk? We'll tell you if you are. This email said, am I the jerk for ghosting my elderly neighbor? It said for about a year now, or a year and a half, I've been helping out with my elderly neighbor. It started when the pandemic hit, and I knew she was alone, so I offered to get some groceries for her. Then I noticed I started to run to get her prescriptions, too. I just loved how her face lit up through her glass front door when I dropped them on her porch. It was all I had at the time. These simple errands involved me being her personal maintenance man, landscaper, and shopper. The obligations and responsibilities just seemed to grow by the week.
Oh, boy.
Before I knew it, it was a part-time job. Now, her family all lives up north, so she has no one around here in South Florida. I didn't mind at the time and was content with just her, oh, bless your heart. I didn't need the money that she wasn't offering, but now I have fun things I could be doing, and I don't want to spend my Saturdays being her personal assistant. Since I stopped coming to her place, she has started coming to mine. She'll knock on the door, and on several occasions I've acted like I wasn't home. When she calls my cell, I let it go to voicemail. I've even resorted to parking my car on the street on the next block over and sneaking out my back door as to avoid her in my driveway.
Oh, my gosh.
I can't bring myself to tell her the truth and would rather play this game hoping she eventually loses interest. Basically, I am ghosting an old lady. Does this make me a jerk?
Here's what I would do. I would get a hold of her family up north and tell them the situation. You could say, I've been helping out your mom or your loved one down here, and I just can't do it anymore. She wants my help. I'm not able to do that. Get the family involved and let them know the situation. That's step number one.
How would he get that contact?
I think you just got to probably talk to her about it. You have to be honest with her. You don't leave her out in the out in the dark. You just say, look, this is what's going on. Let me get a hold of your family.
Yeah.
I'm going to need help with helping you. I think honesty is the best way to go here.
Yeah, you're not in the wrong with how you feel. I get it. And right now, you're starting to do things that are slightly sketchy to try to avoid this little old lady because you don't want to break her heart.
Because you're doing something spiritual, and it's very good. You're helping out someone who needs your help, but you also now need help. And it's okay that you're overwhelmed. You didn't sign on for this.
And just say, look, I'm not home anymore. I've gone back to work.
Yeah.
COVID is essentially over for me in my life. And so now I have all these other obligations. I just don't have as much free time. You know, I want to still help you. Like if I'm going to Publix, of course, I'll pick you up things. But I can't spend Saturday doing lawn maintenance.
Yeah.
Just get the family involved. Because if someone called me, so my dad used to live out in Texas. If someone was taking care of my dad and they called me and said, look, Bird, I don't really know you that well. This is the situation. I now have to make adjustments and figure out what to do with my dad. If I'm a good family member.
Not the neighbor's responsibility.
Hell
this is
no.
mine. Yeah.
They're being a great neighbor.
Yeah. Got another email here. Says, does my fantasy make me a jerk? Says, I love my husband more than anything, but for the last few months, I have felt attracted to his best friend. I can't stop staring at his body when he's around.
Uh-oh.
I've even thought about him while having relations with my husband.
Oh, boy.
I don't know what to do because I don't want to cheat on my husband and I'm not interested in making a move on him at all. I'm just hoping this is a phase I'm going through. Am I the only one who has these types of thoughts? Am I a jerk for having these thoughts? What can I do to stop thinking this way, and do I tell my husband?
Do not tell your husband. There's no thought police. You haven't done anything wrong yet.
Right. You can control this.
Yeah.
I mean, just because you have a crush and lust after somebody doesn't mean you have to follow through.
Yeah.
It's common. It happens. Take a cold shower and, forget about it.
This is one of those that goes along with the old saying, you can't help the birds from flying around your head, but you can keep them from making a nest in your hair.
Oh, I like that. A little long, but I love it.
I would love to see birds make a nest in Kevin's hair.
I don't. That thing's beautiful.
Oh, that would be nice.
A red robin would be kind of poetic.
Something peaceful.
You love cardinals?
I do love cardinals.
What if a cardinal made its home in Kevin's hair?
It's a bit bold.
If I was talking to Kevin and a cardinal landed on his hair, I might faint. Oh my God, it's so awesome.
It's just too much.
And
I
it's
would
just too
faint
much.
from too much awesomeness.
It's too much awesome. Yeah.
I wish we could get a trained cardinal to land in Kevin's hair.
Yeah.
Oh, dreams.
So I don't think that you're a jerk, but I think when you do recognize something, which you are, because you're saying an email, you're recognizing that this is not a path that you should go down. And so you need to do what you can to try to avoid those situations.
And there are things you can do to avoid, like don't touch him when you guys are hanging out. Oh, that was so funny, Ken. And then grab his arm. Don't have drinks with just you and Ken together. You know what I mean? There's things you can do.
Don't go
Don't
onto his
drink
social
around
media.
Ken at all.
Yeah.
And don't go to his social media and just gander at photos of him.
There's things you can do.
Yeah. So you realize it could be a potential problem.
She'll sleep with him in a month.
Yeah.
You gotta keep away from Ken.
You got to.
Yes.
Well, he's so hot, shirtless, Virginia.
That's gonna destroy everything.
Mm-hmm. How about this? Got an email saying, am I a jerk for using this toy? Says, I have an adult toy that was molded from a man I dated before my husband. Am I a jerk if I continue to use it? And yes, I have used it many times since I've been married. I didn't use it to fantasize about that old boyfriend, though. He's an ex for a reason. He was a jerk, but he did have an amazing package.
I mean, the way I look at all this kind of stuff, if your husband knows you do that stuff anyway, that you're masturbating, you don't have to celebrate this touchdown. No one has to know that's a mold of your ex.
Yeah.
You don't have to let anyone know about the details.
Yeah, his face isn't on it. It's just a nondescript dong.
And I would assume your husband doesn't know what his dong looks like.
Yeah,
We hope.
And you want to protect the people you love and you care about. You don't want to make them feel insecure and bad.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do that to your mate? It's stupid.
You just pretend like this is just a random dong.
Yeah.
And you're not a jerk if you keep using it.
I don't
No.
think you are a jerk if you let your husband know it's your ex's mold.
Yeah, then
Okay.
you're a troublemaker
You
and
are.
you like drama
You love mind
and
games.
you're trouble.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's certain problems you don't have to let people know about.
Thank you.
Final one. Am I the jerk for playing a game online with my ex? My boyfriend's been mad at me all week, and I don't think I'm in the wrong. Friday night, we decided to stay in, and since he was reading a book, I decided to play video games with some friends online. Long story short, I was laughing, having a great time, and one of the people playing online happened to be my ex-boyfriend. Well, my current boyfriend was asking me what's so funny, so I didn't lie. I just told him, I said, oh, Brad, made a funny comment.
Brad.
And
Uh-oh.
my boyfriend's like, Brad, like your ex? And I was like, yeah. So he's like, okay, so you're playing games with your ex?
And laughing and
laughing?
flirting.
And she's shocked that this bothers him, by the way.
Yeah, he's like, this is disrespectful. You shouldn't be playing a game with your ex, especially in front of me. He then accused me of flirting with Brad and said that what I was doing was really inappropriate. I don't understand the harm. It's not like I'm going to hook up with my ex Brad because of a stupid game. Am I the jerk?
Girl, you are doing it all wrong.
You're tone deaf.
Yeah.
You never should have said that it was Brad. Like, you could be playing games with random people online.
Is it better to lie and say, oh, it's just a guy I'm playing a game with?
Well, how about
or
this?
just someone I'm playing a game
How about
with?
this? Don't play games with your ex-boyfriend.
I agree. I think that
to
alone
me,
is wrong.
You'll get people that say, "Oh, you guys are way too insecure. It's just a game." Fine, call me insecure then. If you are playing with your ex-boyfriend and you're laughing and there's conversation, you're doing things that. You're in danger zone, in my opinion. When you're in a relationship and you care, and you're doing it right in front of him.
And we all know Brad was rad.
Well, she has a mold of his peen.
Yes.
Just like the last girl?
She just sent us all these emails
But
about.
there's nothing to worry about, Virginia. It's
Yeah.
not at all inappropriate or disrespectful.
Yeah, Brad's testing the water, and I don't know.
I've learned when there's an ex involved that's milling around and you're with a new person or you're dating someone else, it's not cool. It's not respectful, and it sends mixed signals to your partner that you're currently involved with.
What's a mixed mignal?
Did I say mixed signal?
Mixed signal.
Well, I mean, your speech hasn't been on point today either. So.
Okay, got your own little problem. You want to run it past us? You can. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. Yeah, first one about the guy ghosting his elderly neighbor said, yeah, that is what is happening with me. I was helping my elderly neighbor. It got to be overwhelming, so I ghosted her to the point that if I saw her on her porch, I would just drive away to avoid conversation.
Oh.
It had been a few weeks since I saw her, and come to find out, she died in her home.
Oh.
Damn, M. Night Shyamalan ending. Although I kind of saw that one
man.
coming.
Wow.
Ah, that sucks.
Somebody's saying, yes, you are a jerk. You helped when it was convenient and made you feel good. Just help the old lady. You can say no. You don't have to do everything, but you shouldn't leave her high and dry.
That's what I think, too. You can turn down some of these tasks that are eating into your free time, like lawn maintenance on a Saturday. That's ridiculous. But if you were going to the grocery store anyway and you pick her up a few things and you grab her prescriptions, that's not a big deal. That's not that hard to keep doing.
A lot of these scenarios are, there's not a or B right answer sometimes. You're right. You can still help her. You don't want to leave her out because you did help her, but you need to get her family involved. This is not your burden.
Yeah.
It's great that you're helping out. That's the spiritual thing to do.
Yep. Okay, well, there you go. Hopefully you get some insight. And you answered the question as to whether or not you are a jerk. Time for another round of Battle of the Generations.
Bring it on, because I'm in the mood to eat some suits.
Okay. Yeah, gonna eat them, huh?
Well, eat them up for breakfast.
Yeah.
Keep it sexy.
It sounds
It's always weird when I come in here.
It sounded a little off.
What are you going to be wearing, Suits, while you get eaten?
A suit.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay, here's what we got for Gen Z. It is Becky representing from Indiantown. Hello, Becky.
Good morning, KVJ.
How you doing?
Wonderful. How are you?
Doing good, thanks. And from Gen X to team up with Jaybird, it is Melissa from Royal Palm Beach. Hello, Melissa.
Good morning, guys.
Hello, Melissa. My first girlfriend was named Melissa. We didn't get along that good, but I feel a better chemistry with you.
Okay.
Oh, I hope so.
Okay. All right, here we go. We've got the people that are on the phone partnering up with the people in the studio. If you can get it without any kind of interruption, you'll get 2 points. That's for the person on the phone. But if you can't, then your partner can save it and save a point for you. You're going to have 3 seconds to get your answers in to keep everyone from Googling. First question is for Becky in Gen Z. Your question, Becky. It was a dating show on MTV from 2005 to 2008 that featured an RV with 5 possible suitors for each single contestant. What was the name of that dating show, Becky?
Singled Out?
Singled Out is incorrect. Okay. Suits. Any idea what that dating show was?
RV Lovin'.
RV Lovin'.
Yeah. Get it.
Bird, you happen to know that? You like dating shows?
I do know that one. Was it called, it wasn't called Road Rules, was it?
It was Next.
Next! That's what it was. That's
I
right.
would never gotten that.
Yes, if they got annoyed with saying next.
Next.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'd always watch that show.
Okay. All right. That was a tricky one. All right. For Gen X, got a question here for you. Your question, Melissa, got to get in 3 seconds. Who is Taylor Swift's We Are Never Getting Back Together rumored to be about?
Jake Gyllenhaal?
That is correct.
Yes! Okay! We got a Swiftie.
Get it.
Okay. Melissa jumping out, and Gen X to a 2-point lead.
Ooh.
Okay, back to Becky from Gen Z in Indiantown. Becky, your question. Which Atlanta rapper performs on the song Yeah by Usher?
Usher.
Oh, man. I want to say T.I., but I don't think that's him.
Okay, T.I., another Atlanta rapper? No, that's not it. Suits.
I think is Ludacris on that song?
That is Ludacris. Luda. All right, saving a point there for Gen Z.
Is Lil Jon on that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was. I was going to guess either
You
of
would have
them.
accepted that?
He's not from
yeah.
Atlanta, though. I don't think Lil Jon is
I'm
not.
not sure, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he might be.
I think he is from Atlanta.
Is he?
Damn it, she doesn't.
I would have
Hold
taken
on.
that.
Let's look.
I would have taken that.
I think Virginia. I think our dirt queen is wrong.
Gen X has got the lead 2-1. Let's see if you can add to it here.
He is from Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This just in.
Yeah. Okay, what is the name of Hannah Montana's best female friend? That is for you, Melissa.
Oh, God.
Remember that show, Hannah Montana?
Chloe?
Chloe?
There's a guess.
That is incorrect. Jaybird, to save a point here.
Is it Sam?
Is it Sam? You're thinking Cat and Sam, wrong show. Lily.
Lily.
I'm sorry, Melissa.
That's who we were looking for there.
That was hard.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We got a battle here. It's a battle of the generations. All right. Gen X is still up 2-1 on Gen Z. Next question for you, Becky in Indiantown. What is the highest grossing video game franchise to date?
Oh, jeez.
Okay. No answer there. Suits, what do you think it is to save a point?
I'm torn between 2 answers. I'm going
Okay.
to go with Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is also incorrect. Bird, you're shaking your head like you know it.
I do.
What is it?
Only talking Mario Brothers.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was new age or classic.
Okay, Mario, highest grossing video game franchise to date. Okay, it's 2-1. Melissa, you can put it away if you get this correct. All right. Your question. What rap star from Pompano Beach was arrested at the Rolling Loud Festival at Hard Rock Stadium on a weapons violation in 2019?
Kodak Black.
That is correct.
Wow.
For the win, Kodak Black is correct. How about that? All right. Congratulations, Melissa. You also got those tickets to go to Gaylord Palms. A good battle. Thank you very much, Becky, for Gen Z, for representing today. And Jaybird, you get one step closer here.
Feels good. Me and Melissa, very great chemistry. Unlike my ex-Melissa.
Okay. Glad it went a lot better, huh? Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Melissa, you got a 4-pack of tickets to the Gaylord Opryland Resort and Convention Center. It is Mission Save Christmas featuring Elf, an all-new multi-sensory experience where guests journey into Buddy the Elf's world. To help save the holiday, a Gaylord Hotels exclusive November 19th through January 2nd. Visit Christmas at GaylordPalms.com, okay?
Thank you so much, guys. I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too. You, Melissa, not Jaybird's ex, Melissa. We hate her.
Of course.
Wow. Okay.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Got some very bizarre stories going on here. One of them is a viral video that had happened about a DoorDash driver. Did you see this?
Oh my gosh, this makes all of my DoorDash, Uber stuff, it makes it look like nothing's wrong's ever happened, Virginia.
Really?
Yeah, there's just a girl named Lisa Stanley. She's actually a radio host in Los Angeles, and she posted up security footage after a DoorDash driver dropped off food at her place and apparently left quite a mess behind, and not the kind of mess you'd want behind. When more research was done, they looked at the footage and then realized that the DoorDash driver had defecated in a trash can in her apartment building's lobby, and it was a little messy.
Question.
He pooped in a trash can in the lobby and then got excrement everywhere?
I think was it a woman or a guy who did it?
I think it was a woman that
It was
did
a
it.
woman who did
Yeah.
it. So you're already throwing this like it's a man.
Yeah, no.
Most of the time when we have these poop stories, it's a woman attached to it.
Yeah. I mean,
That's not true.
You look at me and
That
my
is.
wife. Who's more likely to poo in a trash can?
Virginia, do the reason the last 3 poop type stories Kevin had, like a
Yeah.
poop terrorist, they were all women.
These are gross women.
I can't believe my sisters are going out like
Yeah,
this.
they are.
No,
They are. You gotta get
no.
them
She
together.
did. She tried it. Oh,
I know. This is
that's
a man thing. No,
He
this isn't
did
a
it.
man thing. No.
I've seen people poop out in public before, and every time it had a penis.
Well, did this happen before or after she dropped the food off?
I think she dropped it off and then she went. Yeah, I don't get the whole chronological order of like what was done, but I think she had dropped the food off. Then she went dookie because in the video, you know, Lisa was talking about, well, I mean, did she go to another place and order again without or drop off another delivery without washing her hands, which she didn't. I mean, there's no sink by this trash can.
And have you ever had poopy cramps that bad where you gotta? It hits you to the point you can't get.
But in a trash can, that just seems like that's a deliberate act. I can't imagine it. Like, you can't get outside
That's
to
what
go
I'm-
in
yeah.
a bush or somewhere else.
A bush is always better than an indoor trash can.
Yeah.
It just seems like you're sending a message, and it's not the right one.
No, it is. It's an act of violence. DoorDash has said the driver's no longer with the company, and they refunded Lisa her order, gave her $20 in credit, and returned the tip she had left.
I'm not sure $20 is.
Doesn't feel like enough. It doesn't feel like enough.
$20.
But you're so pumped. You're on the radio. You're like, oh, I got this great video to talk about tomorrow.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
for a show. Yeah, all that was
We have a clip
good.
of her talking about it. I don't know if you want it or not. I mean, you pretty much summed it up.
Yeah.
You can hear the pain in her voice.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, that's not fun at all.
What I saw, I could not unsee. I was flabbergasted at what I saw. She let it go. I mean, you know that saying, when you gotta go, you gotta go. And boy, did she ever. You're 4 steps away from outside where there's a bush. or your car, or I don't know, but not in the lobby of a Brentwood apartment building. This is a health issue. You have a human being who's taking a poop in the middle of her job in a lobby of an apartment building and then resuming her job, which is delivering and touching food.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Gosh.
She pissed.
I tell you what, I have seen it fall off a little bit because so many people have gotten Uber Eats jobs and all these delivery jobs. When I first got it, I noticed great service, and I would say it's half and half now.
Really?
No, it's pooping on my lawn. But but there definitely some weird stuff going on for sure.
Yeah, crazy, huh? Well, this is another story that you can't unsee it. This is from another music festival. Welcome to Rockville that went down. There is this group called Brass Against.
Little lesser known than Travis Scott.
Oh, they're definitely known now.
Yeah, no doubt. This is, wow. How do you
This is
make
how
a statement, huh?
This is how they get known?
The funny thing about this story, I've seen it change so many times. I've seen police are not going to press charges. And then I saw, well, police are looking into other things that have happened.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. Yesterday, they said the band won't be charged for what they did on stage here, and I'm just curious if anybody went, because this was in Daytona Beach. That's where they do the show. They've already announced, like, next year, and they do big billings.
Do you know the level of popularity with this band? Because I've never heard of them before. Are they really?
I've never heard of them.
So is this just an unknown band that's now known because of what she did?
They're now known, yes, because of...
Did they figure out the system?
What they did, yeah. So here's what they did. Everybody's talking about. Urista, the lead singer of Brass Against, singled out this male fan of the crowd with a beer can on his head, calls him up onto the stage where they're covering Rage Against the Machine's Wake Up. And she told this dude to lie down on the stage, at which point she pulled down her pants and urinated on his face. The guy was thrilled and then stood up and started spitting it in the audience.
And then she got mad at the guy because I guess he didn't play along the right way. When he started spitting it, she's like, "Get off the stage!" They kicked him off the stage. But
he can't spit it and have some fun.
Well, it's like you can act like a maniac, but you
just peed on him. I think whatever he does with that pee is kind of just your fault.
He went too far, Virginia.
He went far, but you went just as far.
Like, what the heck, man?
But I think other stuff went down at the concert. Other than that, too.
Wow. Yeah, it's a hedonistic place. It's a hard rock festival. In fact, the billing for next year is unbelievable. It's on Thursday night, Kiss is the headliner. Friday night, it's Korn. Saturday's Guns N' Roses. And Sunday's Foo Fighters.
And they're inviting this band back, and you're not going to believe what she's going to do for this number. And it's a number 2.
I think she has to do a number 2. She has to go like in a garbage can, like our last story.
That's the problem with entertainment, Virginia. You have to,
step it up.
Yeah, step it up. Outdo yourself.
Oh, I know, Cheeseburg. I know, Snack Pack.
Yeah.
We have we've thrown out some snacks at some snack pack shows. You flashed an audience once.
That was an accident. I'm so sorry to those kids in the front row.
Other chaos going on in the world. There was a cop in Louisiana tried to break up a fight between several women outside a bar on Friday, and one of them bit his ear off.
Wow.
Women are lawless.
That is a brazen hooker right there.
They're pooing in trash cans, biting off people's ears. What's going on with your ladies, Virginia?
I don't know. They're all worked up. Maybe it's the holiday spirit.
Wow.
Oh, imagine if some dude did that, peeing or biting off ears. It'd be a bigger deal.
Yeah.
You're right.
There's a speed camera in Australia that caught somebody driving 70 miles an hour with a guy lying on their hood drinking a beer.
You can't do that?
70 miles an hour? That'd be tough to drink a beer, wouldn't it?
Something tells me he had a few more than a beer in his system.
Dang. How crazy is this? A 38-year-old guy in Boston recently showed up at an ER after he had a seizure and found out he'd been living with a tapeworm in his brain for 2 decades.
Oh, hell no.
Goodness.
Then you always wonder, Oh man, why did I walk in that wall that one time? Oh, the damn tapeworm.
No, you were drunk.
Yeah, we know why you walked into the wall.
Jameson.
Maybe I got that TWB, that tapeworm brain.
A tapeworm in your brain. Just think about that for a second. Did you ever feel it moving?
I'd rather have it in the
penis.
I don't know, the peen or the brain.
That's just fun. That's just good, clean fun.
I don't know. I don't know what's worse. I think I would take her the brain.
That's crazy. There is also another interesting story here that went viral. There was a woman in Arizona found out her husband had been cheating with her best friend. She was helping deliver the baby, and she noticed that the baby had the exact same birthmark her husband had.
Oh, no. Her best friend and her husband had been cheating?
Yeah.
She's delivering their baby?
And she's delivering the baby.
Oh.
Now, the story happened a while ago, and she said that by the time she unraveled it all, she found out her husband had cheated on her with about up to 30 women during their marriage.
Gosh.
She's now happily remarried, but yeah, she was just telling her a little story there, so kind of crazy.
30?
Yeah. And to let you know, Jaybird, those giant Reese's peanut butter cup pies that went on sale this week and sold out immediately are now being resold on eBay for over $500.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to buy pie from eBay.
Be careful, too, with eBay because, I'm kind of mansplaining. Everyone probably knows this already, but I'm just seeing it even with the stuff I like to buy. People are marking up their products. Keep searching because you'll find possibly someone that's selling it for cheaper. It's lawless right now.
And just be careful with eBay, too, because, yes, stuff is discounted. You can get great deals. But sometimes the stuff you're buying on eBay is expired. Like, people go out and buy this stuff, and they hold on to it for a little while. Like coffee pods. My girlfriend almost bought a bunch of them yesterday, and I'm like, check the expiration date. You're not getting a great deal if they're expired old coffee. You're dealing with a regular person. You're not dealing with a merchant on eBay. You're dealing with just some douche you could run into at Publix.
I got sweet ass alien socks. They were awesome. Definitely adult socks. I even checked it. They sent me baby socks.
Damn.
Yeah. My toe could fit them. That's
baby
it.
socks.
I can put them on my toe. That's it.
I would like a picture of you in your baby socks.
I can make that happen.
Mm-hmm. Today is National Unfriend Day. This is when you get rid of those people that you really don't need in your life, the extra baggage that is out there.
But you got to make sure you tell everybody about it on social media first.
That's the only way to do it. That's the only way to do it. Yeah, so get rid of all those people on social media you're really not friends with is what you're supposed to do.
I don't know, Kev. It's a sweeping declaration. I don't like sweeping declarations on Facebook.
If you can see this comment, that means you made the cut. But let me tell you about the people who did not. And then they tag everybody.
So douchey.
It's
Well, coming up, I'm going to tell you the types of friends that you really should dump and do it immediately. Coming up next. Well, today is National Unfriend Day. This is the day when you're supposed to unfriend all those people on social media that you're not really friends with at all anyway. I don't know. Does anybody actually even do this? Does anybody even really care? I don't. But I will tell you, in life, there are some friends that you have that are around you that you need to dump immediately. Honestly, I've heard this saying, and I love it, and I tell it to my kids all the time. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future.
Oh.
Because you are the sum total of the 5 people closest to you.
They even say the stuff you watch, especially if you're not seeing a lot of people, but you're consuming a lot of content, they say that will replace the people that you are hanging out with and the content you even put in your brain.
Oh, yeah.
What if I watch Dateline? I have all murder mystery.
If you don't hang out with that many people and you are always watching Dateline, I feel like after a while you do become a paranoid person.
Absolutely.
You're scared. You're not at peace.
Do you ever turn to murder?
No, I don't think it's like that, but I think it does wreck your psyche, your world.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly, Kevin.
Absolutely, yeah. So here are the friends that you need to dump immediately, according to Bustle.com. The friend who gaslights you. Now, gaslighting, I'm still trying to figure out what it is, but it's somebody who basically makes you think that you are crazy, right? When you're actually right.
Yes, they do a bunch of crazy stuff and they make you feel terrible, but then somehow they make it seem like it's your fault, you're the problem. Meanwhile, they really are the one doing all the destruction.
They turn it around on you.
They're very good at manipulating.
Yeah, and you feel like you're crazy.
Yes.
Like, what is going on?
And there are tactics to really screw with somebody's head.
Yeah, they say it's basically you make somebody question their own reality. And they say the term may also be used to describe a person who effectively puts forth a false narrative that leads another person or a group of people to doubt their own perceptions and become disoriented or distressed.
Yeah.
That is a gaslighter. So if you've got somebody like that in your life that you would call a friend, you shouldn't have them as a friend.
Yeah, it's a big buzzword too, by the way. Gaslighting. You see that everywhere.
Yeah, it is. It's even a Dixie Chick song.
Gaslight. That's right. I did see that.
Yeah.
I love the chicks.
The Chicks. Now the Chicks, yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah, they're not Dixie anymore because people don't listen to the Dixie Chicks.
Because that's offensive. Now, someone emailed me and said Virginia, and I say the word chicks, and that's offensive. Oh my gosh, Kevin.
Well, you got to take it up with the formerly Dixie Chicks.
So do we just call them the?
That's it. That's all they have left. All these country bands have to rename themselves.
I don't know. It's kind of exhausting.
It's pretty. It's
How about you just hold your own?
The second kind of friend you need to dump immediately, the friend who doesn't respect your boundaries. You lay them out there and they're just crashing all over them. They don't respect you. Don't have them as a friend. The friend who never reaches out to you. They say that's somebody that maybe you could lose.
Well, you just wonder if they're never reaching out to me, do they really want to be around me?
Yeah, are you really friends? What do you consider to be a friend? If there's no communication going on, are you still actually friends?
I think there's people you can really care about. We've talked about it before. They were friends, and for whatever reason, just time
and
just
space.
drifted. It's not that you have any ill will against that person.
No.
For a reason, for a season, or for life.
Hurt people.
They say also the friend you should dump immediately is the friend who doesn't respect your time. A lot of things going on here with respect. They have no problem wasting it.
If you, all right, let's meet for lunch at 11 a.m. and they show up at 11:50, and that's a consistent thing, they're not respecting your time.
Right. Your friend who judges you for your goals.
And Virginia knows this person too, and I don't have them in my life because they're just kind of a negative person. Told them I was going to go, I went back to college to get my degree, and all they wanted to do was, it's terrible. Anytime you wanted to do something with your goal, they found a way to knock the shine off it, so to speak.
Well, that's why it's very important to have good friends in your life. You want people that are going to bring you up, not pull you down, because there are people that they look at their own miserable life and they don't want you to succeed because they become jealous. So they would rather have people at their lower level than to see you ascend to a higher one. You want friends who are going to be excited when you're trying to accomplish something greater than what yourself might be at the moment.
Me and Virginia were tickled pink when we found out Kevin had a sports show. We're like, our boy's doing it. He's living his dream.
Until we saw him after a few months of his sports show, and he looked like he was literally falling apart at the seams.
Oh my God, he's living his nightmare.
Oh my God. Someone please help him.
And how much is he getting paid?
This show might kill him.
Dreams can turn into nightmares in fast.
Very quickly.
You want to know how much he's getting paid? Zero.
It's a fine line of a dream and a nightmare.
Yeah. The I'm just being honest friend is somebody you need to dump now.
That is such an annoying friend. Not to say you can't have a friend that's going to be honest with you about matters of the heart.
Sure.
But if someone's honest about everything that's in their head, Virginia, you look fat and old. Kevin, you look...
Well,
no.
If they say something mean, they say, well, I'm just being honest. That's the person to dump. If somebody comes to you and says, hey, I need to talk to you in private.
Yes.
I'm concerned. I think this is not a good look or move for you.
Bam.
Then keep that person, but the person who's just like, oh, you're fat. I'm just being honest.
No, you're an a-hole.
Be careful, too, about unsolicited advice. If someone's not asking you if they look fat and old, maybe you shouldn't be volunteering that.
Yeah.
You don't just come out and tell somebody because you're trying to be honest or help them out. If no one's asking you, am I fat and old, you don't need to tell them they're fat and old.
The person that just has I keep it real 100% of the time.
100 P.
Yeah, people don't like you.
Keep it real far from me.
People are talking about you and you leave.
Bustle also tells you to dump the friend who never asks how you are. Okay. They don't really care about how you feel. The friend who is only your friend when it's convenient or they need something. You see that a lot here in South Florida. Oh, you got a boat. Oh, you've got VIP tickets. Oh, you can get me into this club. That kind of person. Dump them immediately. The friend who makes you feel like a loser. Okay, they're always kind of bringing you down. Maybe they're trying to flash all the great things they're doing and that they have.
Or there's certain things, how they treat you. There's certain ways they talk to you.
Yep. And the college bestie you've drifted so far apart from. Those are all friends that if you're looking to lose anybody today on National Unfriend Day, those are the 10 you can start with.
There's a lot of good ones in there.
Yeah, actually, a lot of really good advice. Okay, 2 options. Not that either one's good, but would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader for the rest of your life?
This is terrible. Both of them are terrible.
You got to choose one, though, Virginia.
You kind of have the essence of a Darth Vader, so maybe you should go with the breathing.
All right, which one are you taking?
I'm definitely taking Yoda. Yoda's my favorite character of the entire franchise.
Yeah.
Oh, so evil she is, Virginia.
Maybe we can turn this into an act. Take it on the road. I'll be Darth, you be Yoda.
Okay.
I don't hate
At
it.
least we can do some bookings with this.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get a lot of people to see that show. I don't even want to go to that show, and I'm in it.
I think Yoda is the better option.
I think you can make that work for you. You can sound wise at parties. More beer we need.
Yeah. But take it to the bedroom and do a little dirty talk.
Like it there, do you?
That might get weird.
Oh, I could so get into
you be into that.
a little
Verb would be
Yoda
into that.
bedroom stuff.
Yeah.
If the girl's into it, she wants to be a little Princess Leia.
Oh, boy.
I'm into it.
Okay.
Yes.
Know what Bird's doing this weekend?
Yeah, I can just see the wheels turning.
Yeah. Okay, would you rather be rich and famous but all alone or be part of a family but live an average life? Rich and famous, you're alone, or you've got the family life, but, it's just average. What do you think? They've done movies like this. They did Nicolas Cage, Family Man, and that was really it. He wasn't famous, but he was well-to-do, had the cool little apartment, fast car, and at the end, he realizes that he misses the family.
Is that the one where he's got like a dual thing going on? Half the movie he's overacting, the other movie. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, is overacting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that combo. Man, I don't know. I think the family life is the right answer that people would say. It's all about the family. It's not about the money and the fame. I don't know, man. Sometimes rich and famous people look like they're having a good time.
Oh, Ralston wants it all. He wants the yacht.
Well, I've got the family and the average life, so everybody always wants what they don't have.
I want the yacht and the thought.
We're all going fame and money.
If we can be shallow, honest.
Right. Okay, would you rather always take a cold shower or sleep an hour less than you need to be fully rested? Which would you rather have happen?
Give me the hour less. I hate cold showers. Oh, it makes it all go right up in.
Nope. Give me the cold shower.
Yeah.
I need my sleep.
Cold shower is the right answer for 2 reasons. One, yes, you need your sleep. That is invaluable. You don't want to have that happen. You'll have health problems if you start getting less sleep than you need. And 2, they say cold showers are actually great for you anyway. They do things like speed up your metabolism and really kind of shocks your system. It helps your immune system.
No, my warm shower is part of my process. I have a whole thing that goes on in the shower.
We know. You tug it.
No, that's not. It's spiritual. It's got nothing to do with sexual.
Whatever.
Oh,
spiritual, my
get
ass.
out of here. I got
When he tugs it, it's spiritual.
We're talking about tonight the Weird Whatever
Oh,
podcast.
Lord. Oh, Lord.
The girl he fantasizes about's an angel.
The way people shower it's a big. We're going to talk about it tonight.
Tugging it?
Good, because I won't be there.
On Weird Whatever, 6 p.m. YouTube.
Oh, it's back.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
You can ignore it again.
Okay, would you rather always have to say everything on your mind or never speak again?
Never speak again. You guys would not like it. No one would like it.
But you got to do radio, bro.
I would still make it work with
How?
with sounds, gestures, vibes. I'd still keep that J on the name.
Fired in a week.
No
Yeah.
way, man. I could make it work.
No.
I won't say a word.
So you want to keep your radio job, but you're never going to speak again?
I won't say a word right now, and you'll still be able to get my essence.
I wish I was tugging it in the shower.
That could work eventually. Kevin doesn't fire me.
No, Kevin doesn't. but
Elizabeth does.
Elizabeth does. Kevin's boss says, dude, you're not talking?
So wait a minute. The guy on your show says he's never going to talk again, but he wants to keep his job?
He keeps banging his
You've
head on it.
absolutely violated your contract.
Yeah.
She'll nullify it.
I still feel like I can make it work.
Bless your heart.
What are you going with, Virginia, on this? What would you rather do?
I think you have to say everything on your mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll be fired in a week.
Either way, we're done.
We are done.
I think it's saying what's on your mind, because if you play it off like, I feel this way, tell me if I'm wrong.
True.
And it's how you say it. You could still say it. It's on your mind, and you're going to be like, wow, he's or she's really blunt to the point where they may not like you, but never speaking again. No, I'd rather just try to like spin everything I'm saying because, look, hey, everything that's on my mind, I don't mind it. Such now it would be uncomfortable conversations because I'm like, I shouldn't say that now. But if I had to say it, I'd try to frame it in a way that, okay, let's put this in the best light.
But that kind of, to me, that's not such a punishment then. To me, the punishment would be like, you have a thought, oh my gosh, the dirt of the day sucks, shut up, Virginia. And that's what comes out right then and there. You can't filter anything.
But you can always apologize on the front end.
I hate the dirt of the day, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's going to get old real quick. Oh, my God.
You already say it.
No.
It's already old.
Oh, come on, baby. You know I love the dirt.
Well, coming up, I got an email from somebody that they didn't want to have to say the truth, but they were in a situation where they really had to. They've got information, and it's one of those situations where you can't not say anything. You have to tell the truth. And now they're in a bad situation. All they were supposed to be is the messenger. We'll hear what this whole problem is all about coming up next. You really don't want to have to say what you know, but there's really no way around it. Somebody sent us an email and said, never be the messenger. I get it. It's tough. I said, there's this guy that's been hanging in our friend circle for the last few months. My friend is infatuated with him, but doesn't want to look foolish getting rejected. So she asked me to do some digging to find out what he thinks of her. So I asked this guy to meet me at a coffee shop near his apartment, and during our conversation, I asked him what he thought of my friend. He responded, well, I don't know, she's kind of crazy. I always catch her staring at me, and I feel like I'm hanging out with a stalker.
Dang.
I was sad for my friend, but then he quickly went with, I would rather talk about you. I was hoping you invited me here to see if I was interested in you. I told him that I was flattered, but that I wasn't interested. He asked me why, and I told him that I couldn't date someone that my good friend was into. He said that he didn't think that was fair and assured me that she definitely wasn't his type. He said, no offense, but I'm not into bigger girls.
Oh.
I like girls that are fit like you. I said, well, it's definitely not happening with us, and I left abruptly. Now I'm wrestling with how to tell my friend what he said. I'd also like to tell our other friends the rude comments this guy made so that they will stop inviting him out to functions. What is the most tactful way to handle this? So she's got information she needs to relay to her friend. How does she say it to them? How does she cut this guy out of the friend circle because she thinks he's a jerk?
I don't know. This one is tricky.
Well, she asked him, so she brought him to the coffee place. She asked him about her friend, and he said he's not interested. He's like, I don't want it. And then he's the jerk.
But he wants to be with her. And then he said derogatory things. And then now she's like, I just don't want him around.
He said definitely said jerky things about her. But we weren't there. Was she pressing him and asking him and asking him? And then he finally goes, well, this is why I don't like her. Because I've been in that situation before where someone keeps asking you stuff and you don't want to be completely.
Sounds like he's the one that led into it, because when she said, hey, my friend's into you, I couldn't be into you because my friend is. And he said, yeah, but I'm not going to ever like her because I'm not into bigger girls. I like girls that are fit like you.
Yeah, you don't have to give her the details and all
no,
that.
you
Don't
definitely
give her the details.
don't.
It's going to hurt her feelings.
Just say, look, he's not into you. I don't think he's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the one detail I would like to know is the girl making the guy uncomfortable, the one that likes him, because that can happen too.
Well,
you'll never know.
The way he said, well, she's kind of scary. I always catch her staring at me, and I feel like I'm hanging out with a stalker. Yeah, I would say that she does. She can't help herself. She's ogling this guy. He notices. He feels weird and creepy about it.
I would just say he's not interested in you. He's looking for somebody else. I mean, just keep it simple like that. I wouldn't try to ban him. I wouldn't try getting involved in any of that.
Yeah, because it's a lot of busy work.
It
And then
is.
it could all turn on you.
Because we weren't there. We don't know what was going on.
And she could have been being creepy. You don't
Yeah.
know. Like, I would just say to her, look, I don't think he likes you. And I would try to leave it alone.
Leave
and
it
just
alone.
Let it play out however it's going to play out. Care about your friend. Tell her, let's go find some other man that you can have a crush on. This ain't the one.
Yeah, Victor said he didn't have to mention her size, and he didn't have to mention her size.
Yeah, he did.
But I also know, too, in situations, if someone's pressing you, Virginia, why don't you like him? Why don't you like him, Virginia?
He's fat!
Why don't you like him?
Yeah, I mean, it could have been that he was pushed. We don't know. There's so many variables.
There is.
But you want to try to remove the drama from this friend group situation.
You can make this does not have to be a big deal.
You can
Yeah.
make this better or worse.
Well, I don't know if there's anything you can do to try to get him removed from the friend group other than just when he comes around, you remove yourself. That is about the only thing I can think of. Because what are you going to do? Go to everybody in the friend group and tell them this whole story? Because he really, to Jaybird's point, I'm not sure he did anything jerky until he really started saying, hey, I'm not into bigger girls.
He got cornered and then he got honest.
Well, he thinks he's on a date. First of all, her approach to invite him to coffee, he thinks that's
Yeah.
a date, by the
Right.
way.
You're right.
Now she's hitting him up with, my friend likes you, and she's already making him uncomfortable. He's over this moment. So now...
I'm sure he was caught off guard because it sounds like he walks into this thinking like, oh my gosh, she invited me to coffee. The girl that I like likes me. And she's like, no, it's actually this other girl. And he's like, oh, the creepy one that stares at me every time we're out.
I don't think it's cool to mention about her size, but with that said, I don't think you should try to ban him from the friend group.
Yeah, she's saying he's rude and she doesn't want him hanging out in the friend circle anymore.
She didn't give him the answers that she wanted.
She hears it's National Unfriend Day. She wants him gone. Yeah, so... Yeah, minimal information on this for your friend. Spare her feelings. She doesn't need that. Just
Stop getting so involved too. Good Lord.
That's the tricky thing about being the middleman.
That's
and
why she
trying,
said
like,
never be the messenger. She regrets the fact that she signed herself up for this in the first place.
She did it all wrong, Kevin.
Yeah.
The coffee, this is such an easy thing to have avoided. I'm annoyed.
Is there an easier way to do this if your friend's like, hey, go find out if he likes me? Which sounds very much like a junior high kind of thing. But what do you do if one of your friends is like, hey, will you find out if they like me or not? Because how do you get that information without saying, hey, my friend likes you?
If you are that dense to not know when you make a friend go ask somebody if they like you or not, there's a chance that they may come back with bad news, that's on you.
I know. Yeah, she didn't want the rejection. So I guess it doesn't sting as badly as getting it face to face, but it's still rejection.
Virginia, does that girl like me? Go ask her. Go ask her. She doesn't like me? Why'd you tell me that?
It does seem very high school.
Mm-hmm. And somebody asked in the question, why is it jerky to say what you like and you don't like?
Maybe it's not so much what you said, but how you said it.
Well, I've heard you say it before. I
You
don't
can
like
just
short
say,
guys.
it's not my type.
Yeah, that's a good way to avoid. There's just a lot of situations in life where you don't have to give so many details. Say as little as you possibly can.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they're pushing you, because in my head, maybe she was asking, why not? Why not? Even if they're pushing you, you don't have to say, oh, because I don't like bigger girls.
Spare their feelings when it's something sensitive like that.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so it sounds like the best thing to do, let your friend down easily. Don't try to get this guy banned. Doesn't sound like it's worthy of that.
No.
And it's going to be
No.
hard, and you're going to create a lot of drama in your friend circle by doing it.
And they might turn it around on you. It's just too much drama.
Yeah. Netflix come out with a list of the top shows and movies of all time. They're making their own quality content, still doing that. And they say Squid Game is their biggest show of all time. You surprised by that? 1.6 billion views. In fact, it is more than double the number 2 show.
It is good. I loved it. And it's coming back.
Yeah, heard that. Well, they have to. At 1.6 billion views.
And I know you haven't seen it, but the way it ended, they have to.
Yeah, it's kind of torn with that. I know they make those kind of shows, I think, probably to try to feel like they've got one up on Netflix, saying they've got to have another season. Look how we left it. But then Netflix sometimes calls their bluff, says, yeah, we're not going to pay for that. I know you left it in an impossible cliffhanger, but we're just going to end the show. What? You can't do that to those characters. Oh, yes, watch Netflix. They will, but they are bringing back Squid Game. 1.6 billion views. Their number 2 show is Bridgerton with 625 million. That's how much bigger Squid Game is than any other show they've had up there. I was surprised that Money Heist is up there.
Okay.
I know people love that, but they've got part 4. I watched the first one. My wife keeps saying, it's just kind of, it doesn't get as good in season 2 and season 3, but then season 4 apparently is amazing.
I've almost clicked on that like 10 different times.
Yeah.
Money Heist.
Yeah, it's good. Casa de Papel. It's a Spanish show. And the first one I loved. I loved the first season, and maybe I need to ignore my wife and watch seasons 2, 3, and 4 if it's that good. At least a lot of people are checking it out. Stranger Things does well for them as well. Stranger Things season 3 is their 4th most watched show of all time on Netflix. Some of the other ones that are up there, The Witcher, 13 Reasons Why, season 1 and 2, and You. Yeah, they got seasons 2 and 3. 3 is the biggest with 468 million views.
I'm fascinated, just fascinated by the sexiness and awfulness of that Joe Goldberg.
Yeah.
He's the lead character, and he's like strangely hot, but he wants to kill you. So it's like,
You like a bad boy.
is he worth death?
Jaybird, do you have any idea what Netflix's top movie is of all time?
Is it Bird Box?
It is Jaybird Box, yes.
Nice.
Oh, Jay Bird Box.
Bird Box.
Yeah, 282 million views.
Wow.
But it goes to show you how much lower the movies are than the TV shows. If Squid Game is number 1 with 1.6 billion views, and their number 2 show has 600 plus million, even their number 2 show has got 3 times the amount of views as their top movie.
Well, is it because there's more of it and they count each watch of each unique episode?
Could be the metrics on it, yeah.
The metrics may just be by design, always going to be weighted towards TV.
Number 2 movies, Extraction. I saw that. That was good. I think they're doing a sequel to that as well.
Who is in that?
That has got the big blonde Australian.
One of the Chris's.
Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth is in that. And it's solid. It's one of those movies I saw. I was like, wow, that looked like something you would just see in the regular movie theater. It was quality enough, too. The Irishman is their 3rd biggest movie on Netflix of all time.
Pack a lunch and maybe call a babysitter because it's going to be a long ride.
I watched it. It was okay.
It could have been edited down. I feel like it was. I thought it ended 3 different times, and all endings were. I'm like, all right. Oh, they're still going. I'm getting cramps.
Yeah, you're watching a movie like going, yeah. If you're watching a movie and you're thinking, man, could they end this already?
Well, it took me 3 days to watch it.
Yeah.
If you're watching a movie and your cramps kick in and you're not PMSing,
well, when you drove too long, like I gotta get out and stretch my legs. That's how I felt watching The Irishman.
Other movies they got in the Netflix top 10 for the biggest movies of all time, ones that they've made: 6 Underground. They've also got Enola Holmes on there. That is Sherlock Holmes' younger sister. That was a cute little kind of movie that you could watch with your kids, too.
Okay.
It was
I like
good?
that. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good. Army of the Dead is in there in the top 10, and Adam Sandler's Murder Mystery. And I think they're doing a sequel to that as well. It's got Jennifer Aniston in it, too. So that's pretty good. But I tell you, when you look at their top movies, I think this might become Netflix's biggest movie of all time. And how this isn't in theaters, I'm just like, wow. I saw the previews for it today. I hadn't heard of this. It is a movie that is dropping on Netflix December 24th. One day before Christmas. Might want to put it on your radar and get ready. It is called Don't Look Up, and it's based on a true story, apparently, about a meteor that is coming to hit planet Earth.
Oh,
I
good
did
Lord.
see this.
Did you see the previews on this?
Yes.
It
How
looks
it's
so
true?
good.
It looked good, but
They
I was
said
afraid.
based on a true story. I don't know how far it goes.
It looks good. My only fear is it looks like a lot of the other movies that's about Armageddon, but I loved the way they were. The storyline does look good.
What looks good about it, actually, is it looks like it's more of a comedy than it is an Armageddon type of drama. It's odd because they're telling everybody that there is a planet killer coming towards us, and everybody's just like, oh yeah, okay. And they find out that there's apparently like $63 trillion worth of minerals on this comet, and so they're more worried about how they're going to mine this thing, like going, you're not going to have any money because you're all going to be dead, like going, oh yeah, it sucks to be rich, right? And the cast is great. It's got Leo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, Jonah Hill, Tyler Perry, Meryl Streep.
Wow.
Are all in this movie. And
It sounds good.
It looked good. The previews on it looks a little bit different than what you might expect. And that's dropping the Christmas Eve.
Huh.
So, yeah, it might be something that a lot of people are watching. So, could Don't Look Up be the biggest Netflix movie of all time very soon? I was talking about all the things coming to Netflix, including that Leo DiCaprio movie, Don't Look Up, that is Jennifer Lawrence and Meryl Streep, Jonah Hill, unbelievable cast that's going to be in it. And it seems like these services like Netflix, that's why they're doubling down with all these big names. I can't even imagine how much it's going to cost to create this movie. I wonder how much they're paying for it, but they pay, what is it, like $1 billion every year just to create new content for the platform?
Wow.
Because they know what the competition is like, and this is the future. And they say right now more Americans than ever are kind of sitting on the fence and thinking about canceling a service, at least, that they have. 44% of Americans plan on canceling at least one of their TV subscriptions they have over the next 6 months due to budgetary concerns. So if you're Netflix, you're like, okay, we got to make sure that we're not the one that gets cut. And everybody else is creating their own content, too.
You're right.
You got a lot of good ones that are out there. I find myself drifting over to Apple TV a good bit. There's a couple shows over there that I've been watching here recently.
You can only have one, Netflix or Apple TV.
YouTube.
See, Jaber went option C, Virginia.
Can't play a game with this cat.
Well, your games suck.
Maybe I wasn't asking you.
What?
Right now, I go Netflix just.
Okay.
Because as I am kind of going through Netflix to see what they have on there, other than the Narcos they have coming up, and they got Ozark. So they got two big ones there. But Apple TV has The Morning Show, which I'm currently watching, and they got Ted Lasso. And those are the two biggest. That's the head-to-head. So to me, Apple TV is neck and neck.
Okay.
With Netflix. Neck and neck.
Netflix, I just find what I'm doing on Netflix a lot. I try to find something new, and then 30 minutes goes by and go, I'm still searching for something. I'll just put on The Office.
Don't forget Outer Banks is coming back, Kevin.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so Outer Banks is one that I enjoy there on Netflix. I'd have to really do an inventory, and if I were looking to cut, and right now I'm not, but if I were, I would write down every platform and the shows that I love, and then probably grade it how much I love it.
Don't forget, too, you got the new Boba Fett coming out soon in December.
We get Disney Plus when the new season comes out. We watch it and then cancel it.
I should do that, too.
Because that's the only time I really watch it. There's not enough stuff on Disney. I'm not going to go back and watch.
They do have all of the Star Wars content there. They have everything.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's worth it to me.
The only stuff that I care to watch Star Wars again is the original trilogy.
Yeah, I hear you. Every now and then I'll get drunk and watch the prequels.
Okay. Yeah, they say 59% of Americans subscribe to more TV or streaming services today than a year ago. Probably thank the pandemic for that. 44% subscribe to 4 or more services. So how many do you have? That's 44%, almost half of Americans.
I have way more than 4.
I've got that DirecTV, and I just dropped the NHL package because I don't watch NHL. Panda always complains every year how bad the Sabres are doing, which is his team.
Yeah.
So I dropped it, and then he told me the other night the Sabres are doing great now.
Oh, go figure. That's the way it goes, right?
It's expensive, though.
Yeah, that is, no doubt. How many hours of TV would you say you watch every single week?
I don't know. It all depends, man. I'm a moody bitch. So it really depends on what's going on in my life.
Okay.
I haven't been watching much TV lately, but I want to. Holidays are coming up, so I'll be definitely watching a lot.
And as more events are kicking back up, and I feel like our social calendar is filling more.
Yeah.
Way less TV. I just don't have time.
Okay. They say the average person watches 7 hours of TV every week. And 35% of people watch more than that. If there's a good show on like Ozark, I'm doing more than 7.
Oh, I think they're way more than 7 hours a week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would agree. So there you go. Those are the numbers. We got an After the Show podcast going to be coming up on YouTube in just about 10 minutes. Before we get there, Jaybird, if you would wrap us up with your thought for the day.
Little advice for your life. I don't know if you ever heard of this woman, Reba McEntire.
I heard of her. Love her.
To succeed in life, you need 3 things, Kevin.
Okay.
A wishbone,
okay,
a backbone, and a funny bone.
Okay. Yeah, bone.
Yeah.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.